Welcome back to the NetUtrals Tech Roundup. A big thank you to everyone who came to visit us on stand recently at IPEXPO. Unsurprisingly, BYOD was a really big topic and we got asked a lot of questions about BYOD on our stand. So Malcolm and I thought it would be useful to go through a couple of those questions today on our video blog with some of the standard answers that we were giving on show, because you might find those helpful. So the first one we're going to start with is how to manage a variety of mobile devices securely and centrally.
Thanks, Vanessa. We got this question quite a lot at IPEXPO, and a lot of it was driven by the fact that the way corporately issued devices are managed now is slightly different. Historically, just one type of device has been used within the organization, like a BlackBerry, which is easily managed by the BlackBerry enterprise server. Nowadays, with users changing, apps changing, requirements changing, just preference changing, you have to deal with iOS devices, iPads, iPhones, Android devices, the variety of them. So a lot of users just want something that can manage all those devices across the enterprise. So obviously we responded with the Juniper portfolio of the MDM solution, which works in conjunction with the Junos Pulse agent. Yeah. That runs on any device, Android, iOS devices, BlackBerries, and it allows you to be able to manage those devices, secure those devices, enforce passwords, be able to wipe those devices remotely as well, make sure the AV is up to date and all that. So the mobile gateway suite from Juniper, along with the Pulse agent, fulfills that need. Okay, so that's around just that question. And this was a really interesting one actually that we got asked quite a lot, which is how to successfully fulfill user demands for 24/7 wireless connectivity, because now we've got this expectation that a user is going to be able to open up any device and seamlessly access the network or the internet, which is putting increasing demands on the IT manager, presumably. Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of networks now have huge demand on their wireless infrastructure. It's not a secondary means of access now, it is the primary means of access. It's almost unheard of to ask someone to plug a cable into a device, or go under a table and connect something. Everyone expects wireless access once they get onto a network, whether it's a public network or a corporate network. So obviously the strain on that service is immense, and that service needs to be reliable, scalable, and just trustworthy, I guess, in a sense. So Juniper's portfolio of wireless products has obviously been around for a while. They've got a lot of expertise and development in that portfolio. They have the wireless access points and the wireless controllers, and that fulfills most of the needs that you would need in any organization, really. Okay, so that sort of addresses that 24/7 wireless connectivity and expectation that users have. So let's just take one more. How to prevent leakage of corporate data, network contamination and lost devices. We're back to this whole BYOD security issue, which people obviously have real concerns about. Absolutely. I mean, security is a major issue, as you would expect, and it's actually one of the reasons why a lot of people don't have a BYOD policy or are sort of shying away from it, which is understandable, really. But one of the key things to understand with BYOD or being able to secure your devices is to understand the types of users or the types of devices. Obviously, you have devices that are considered guest devices that require guest access. You have personally owned devices by your employees, and then you have corporately owned devices. And those three categories, which were covered in the Juniper webinar or session at IPEXPO, are very important because you need to be able to provide access for those three layers of users separately. A guest user normally just requires internet access, which is easily done with the Juniper portfolio of wireless access products and guest access products. An employee-owned device can be allowed access and through an enforcement point like an SRX firewall, role-based access to certain types of resources that are maybe not too confidential, but allows them to resources and applications that they need. And a corporately issued device where you can control the antivirus, you have the asset details of the device and you can track it and so on and so forth, can then be allowed, again, additional access to maybe that confidential information, and it can be securely provided to whatever device that uses accessing the network with. Okay, all right, that's great. Thanks for that, Malcolm. No worries. We hope you found that useful. For information about any of our vendor products, please do get in touch with us and visit the website. Thank you.